Brian, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Sometimes things happen in the world that make me just want to record off schedule. Some things make me want to say, "Hey, you know what? I probably should go in the bed and hang out." And no, but not today, not today, not today. We got some content out here. We got Ye dropping his "Like That" remix under some Ye production, and then we got some basketball that happened, and it just makes me want to talk. So I'm just gonna stop playing around and get to it. You hear that? You hear that? Let's go. And you know what? I'm never gonna do like a lyrical breakdown. And as I'm lying, as I'm doing a lyrical breakdown, it's really funny because he's talking about how he treats beautiful women. And I just think that's a shot at Drake tricking. But what do I know? I'm on my Cat Williams. I'm gonna come out here and tell the truth about y'all industry people. Uh huh. Let's pull back the onion a little bit. You know, I love this right here because Drake wants to talk about telling K Dot to drop and give him 50, talking about his splits, talking about his contract. But we know that Drake's not independent. We know that Drake was signed to Wayne, who was signed to Birdman, who was signed to, I believe, Warner, whoever. Yeah, look here, you signed, you know, who put it out there? Pusha T, who put it out there? You signed to a nigga, signed to a nigga, signed to another. Bro, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's funny to hear somebody talk boss talk when they're not even a boss. You know, come on, man. You have people who you have business interests with who support your business, which is fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with being an employee. I don't really understand why, especially in Black America, where we lack ownership in most of the industries that we shop in, that we come around and shit on people for not being owners in another industry that we don't really own. But again, what do I know? You know, like there's absolutely nothing wrong with being an employee. If you're a highly compensated employee and you're happy with what you're doing, hey man, clock in. I mean, Drake has lines you can think of. Yay. I feel like you're reaching right there, but you know, sometimes when you reach, you get a steal and they don't call it. So hey, I ain't mad at it. But J. Cole getting it dry. Let me tell you what. Up until J. Cole went on his feature run, I take that back. Before Forest Hills Drive, there was never a day that I just woke up and I was like, hey, let's listen to some J. Cole. Then he went on a crazy feature run, and you go, okay, yeah, he's rapping. But I putting J. Cole in the big three is odd to me because yes, he can rap on the level of the big three, but I don't think he makes music on that level. For one, I think Drake makes the best music. I think Kendrick is the best rapper, and I think J. Cole has proven to be the best feature artist as a lyricist recently. But I mean, J. Cole got a lot of snoozers in there. A lot of lullaby and good night. Listen to this J. Cole verse. Lullaby and good night. This verse is getting worse. And when you think about the Drake versus Kendrick conversation, I think it's a very interesting conversation, right? You know, you think about Drake, hitmaker, number ones, coming and going, good rapper, great lyricist when he chooses to be one. But Drake, I feel like he has the Midas touch, and it's a compliment. Like, people really think that I have an issue when I'm talking about Drake like that, you know? And I'm like, no, I think he's really like that. Hit after hit after hit after hit. I think he has the formula to make a number one hit. He knows how to sound, he knows the right beat, and then he has the skill to make it happen. That's a compliment. But as a purist, I'm personally a purist. I like the art of art. I'm into making good art that you monetize, not monetizing art, which I think Drake has done an excellent job at doing. Which is one of my knocks on Drake is the difference between him and Kendrick. I think Kendrick goes into the lab making a product and he wants to make the product, and he's not necessarily tied to the end result financially. Whereas Drake is looking at the best way to monetize this product, the best way to get this product recognized. So he's going to make a product based upon what people want to hear, instead of being an artist like Kendrick who wants to make a product and people want to hear it because he made it, and then that product being what it is, which is why his last album didn't do so well. I think he was in the space creatively, and maybe this is just me. I, I can't even act like I'm caping for Kendrick because I'm a fan, because I'm not a Kendrick super fan. My favorite rapper is Gucci Man. I listen to more Gucci Man than Drake. I listen to more Future than Drake. I listen to more Gucci Man, Future, name that Southern rapper than I do the big three. Because that's just my preference. But I think that the time and dedication that Kendrick puts into his craft is more focused on the art than the actual than actually the whole let me make these number ones, let me make these songs that are gonna chart well. That's just me. But let's see. Let's let Ye finish. All right, I'm gonna cut this off, but here's what I love. I really love that Kanye stuck his neck out there. Kanye and Drake have had static for years. Jay Prince brought them together to squash the beef. That's bullshit. You know, I know Jay Prince is the big bad boogeyman of hip hop, but that doesn't change how people truly feel about one another. And what I don't like these big three talks. I don't like the way that we're just gonna discount an older generation of rap because Ye's still active. If you want to leave Hove out of your conversations, that's fine. Hove ain't rapping every day. Hove barely rap, but Ye's still rapping. He just dropped Vultures, and it was a number one album. Ye's still making heat. So when you start talking about this big three, you go, so where does Ye fit in that big three? You're not putting J. Cole over. Ye, are you? You know, you put Kendrick over Ye? I mean, if you're from the West Coast and you wear Chucks or Vans, maybe. Sure, you can put Drake over Ye. I wouldn't, but you can. You know, I'm okay with you doing it. I'm not going to argue with you too long. I'm just going to say I disagree with you, and we can move on. But I love Ye sticking his neck out here because, hey, man, I got to smoke with you. You know what? If we jumping you, I want my piece too. Now, some people might be like, "Oh man, that's unfair. Drake getting a 20 on one." Have you ever have you ever seen a fuck nigga get jumped? Somebody you just like, man, he need his ass whooped, and then finally he get it, and nobody steps in. Like nobody steps in. They don't even like step in to be. I look at it like this. I tell my friends all the time, if we go out, I'm not fighting with you off the strength. Nah, no, 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 no. Not for no reason. If it's a good reason, I'll stick my head in there. But look, I'm not going to jail for you and your stupidity. Now, will I intervene and try to break things up? Absolutely. But ain't nobody really intervening and breaking things up for Drake. I don't know, man. It's just something to think about. And as I pivot to Drake, he also dropped another track, allegedly. Could be AI, use some AI. But let's talk about this one right here. Because I think this one's very interesting. Oh yeah, I had Yeezys on for the whole Yeezy part, but I'm taking these bad boys off. I like we got Tupac on the track to start off. I just want to take a pause right here to say Kendrick may be the West Coast savior, but if we're gonna call Kendrick the West Coast savior, Lil B was John the Baptist. We was not looking at the West Coast down here in the South until Lil B came out the bass guy. Yeah. The bass guy. The bass guy brought the West Coast back, and then Kendrick followed it up with actually really good raps. Shout out to the bass guy. He follows niggas back. So Drake is throwing jabs at himself and jabs at Kendrick in this Tupac AI verse. Because I definitely believe that Drake wrote this verse and just used some AI Tupac vocals to make it. He has AI that I ain't paying for. Because if you listen to the tone of the verse, you listen to how it's being dropped, it sounds like Drake raps. And then I find it very interesting that he talked about you gotta fuck his bitch because Drake like prides himself on fucking other guys' women. And well, we know Drake doesn't have a woman. So this is just a bottomless line, has no true value. It sounds great of like, hey Kendrick, here's all the things you gotta do to Drake. And it's Drake saying, hey, I want you to do all these things. Maybe Drake has heard what Kendrick's been cooking up and hears those things are in there and it's telling him to do this stuff because it's really not gonna affect him. I don't know. But I also think it's just corny. It's just corny that the peak of manhood, the way you really get a guy is to have sex with his girl. Don't get me wrong. If somebody had sex with my wife, I'd be devastated. I'd be totally devastated. I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, I'd be unfazed because I'm that hard." No, I'm not, boy. I'm soft. Yeah, no. That would tear me apart, eat me alive. But I just think there's worse things you can do to somebody than to fornicate with their woman. Because at the end of the day, if she chooses to make that decision, especially knowing the tension that is there with you and that person, well, she was never really there for you. She wasn't the right person from you for you, and you get something from that. You learn that, hey, She ain't mine. She for the streets. All right, this is also funny because it's you waiting. This is all this is Drake baiting him to put out a diss track with less time, less preparation, not nearly as strong as it could be, so that he can walk out with the dub. I see what you're doing, light skin boy. I see what you're doing. I see between your light skin tricks. Oh, you gonna hide behind Taylor Swift? Well, apparently the same people, they have the same relationship, industry relationships under the same company. You gotta let the company work. And guess what, Drake? You didn't put Drop and Give Me 50 or whatever you call that song. Good diss track, by the way. You didn't put that on DSPs until this week. So Kendrick is featured on a number one song. Why would he drop a diss this early? I got a number one song moving. Let me cook. And here's the thing: I can diss you on my own time. I'm not Meek Mill. I think it's called push-ups. Nigga. Drake, you's a crafty, funny, light-skinned motherfucker, boy. I tell you that. The way you just playing with Kendrick's ego with his voice, with his verse, trying to make it a inspirational talk from Pac, because Kendrick's a West Coast rapper, and from the West Coast you gotta love Pac, and you got him saying, "Hey man, bro, if you scared, just go to church," and that ain't like, hey man, I tell you, dog. Anytime I've been at it with somebody, I never move on their schedule. I move on my schedule. I might even get my get back, and you don't even know I got my get back. Because for me, getting back at somebody, inflicting inflicting an emotion on somebody, it's not always about them. It's not always about the other people around. Hell, I've used this podcast to shoot shots at some people before, and guess what? Nobody knew I was shooting but the person who got shot. And ain't at the point of shooting. You don't want to go to jail behind the shooting. You just want to hit the shot. So if I hit the shot, it don't matter if ain't nobody in the gym and went in. Just gonna let that sit there. So this is hilarious right here, because all this is Drake saying, "Hey Kendrick, boy, you ain't no hood nigga like that. You ain't did no work in the streets. It's just the people around you." But Drake got the song Mob Ties. He talked like he's a mob boss. So what's the difference? I think maybe the only difference is Kendrick has these relationships a bit more organically than Drake, or maybe some people saw him as a young rapper and they put themselves around him and they helped him elevate his career. And then once Drake became Drake, he put those people around him to insulate himself. But what jail and shower shoes got to do with rap? We're talking about rap. We're talking about something that anybody can do if they put the time and effort into it and they're good at it. Again, I got to put if they're good at it, because you can put time and effort into raps. I know a lot of you rappers out here. I know you personally. Y'all put time and effort into it, but y'all aren't good at it. So when I hear it, I turn it off. And I want to act like I never heard it before. But then you just keep shoving it in my face, pause, and posting it on your timeline. And I see it and I go, oh, we'll scroll, 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 Scroll. But Drake is clever with this. This is a new level of diss that we've never seen in hip hop before. We've never seen somebody use AI to 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 combat their opponent. And as far as I know, we've not seen, because we haven't seen the AI. We haven't seen somebody try to take a motivational speech while still downing the person in order to step out there. But let's continue. How Kendrick looking like he trying to lose? He dropped a verse. It sat for a week. Sat for a second. Now the diss is up on DSPs. Is Drake trying to bring the ball in his court? It's him trying to play on his own terms. And if I'm Kendrick, it's like, Drake, I'm not playing your game. You know what? You want this diss so bad so you can go respond to it. I'm gonna make you wait another week. You know how you meet a young lady, y'all got some good vibing going, some good, yeah. And then you think after that first date, you in there and she makes you wait, and then y'all have a relationship, whatever that relationship is, but there's some mutual interest there. Y'all do whoop the wop, oop the whoop, do what you do. And then later on, y'all get to the place where you can talk about it. Like, hey man, I thought you were going, you know what I mean? He's just giving me out. She was like, yeah, I know. But that's what you wanted. So I didn't do it. Yeah. Kendrick, that's how you do Drake. I know you want this diss right now. I know you want this response right now. You gotta wait. You know you're gonna get it, pause. But you gotta wait. You get this on my terms. You don't dictate how this go. So let me just cut this off and just give my thoughts on him using Pac and Snoop. If Snoop didn't sign off on this, I think it's corny. Obviously, Pac didn't sign off of it on it. I'm pretty sure his estate didn't sign off on it, but it's not on a DSP, so he's not technically monetizing it. It was leaked. Drake may not have done it. This may have been a Drake AI verse. Drake never rapped on it. Whatever the case may be. All of this stuff. But I think it's corny. I would never do it, but that's because I'm a purist. Like, hey, if you want the Pac lyrics on it, the Pac sound, well, you go find some shit that Pac said, and then you go through clearing that appropriately. If you want Snoop on it and you want Snoop talking this new relevant stuff, you get Snoop to come talk that stuff. What if Snoop has a relationship with Dot? Maybe Snoop signed off on it. I don't know, because his response to this post coming out was very, I don't know. But get Snoop to come in the studio with you and do that. I mean, you ain't banned from LA, are you, Drake? I don't think K Dot got you banned from LA. I don't think, it's a situation where you fly into the Clearport, you hop in your whatever you hop in, your Escalade, your Maybach, whatever car you getting in, it's gonna be people waiting on you leaving the terminal. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think you could find a studio with Snoop Dogg, and y'all could go in there and do that if that's what Snoop wanted to do. But if Snoop didn't want to do that, and you're here to fight the whole West Coast, man, well, shit, man, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, I don't know who from Canada gonna help you, cause I like that one. I like that one. He gonna shit up. He just pretty much saying like I'm above y'all. So me talking about y'all is I got to step down to talk about y'all. So anything that comes from me is above you. Howard Hughes, you know what I mean? He's an aerospace engineer. Guy went to space. Yeah, I'm up here. I'm up here. Yeah. I'm not on your level. So when I talk to you, when I shit on you, you actually gonna feel this shit. Pause, right? Because shit flows down. Comes out your butthole, it comes down. And Drake is like, boy, I'm up here, so when I shit, boy, y'all my toilet. You know what I'm saying? Just catch that shit, man. No flush. Oh yeah, because he said, "Oh yeah, my first one took an hour or two." He was like, "Boy, I didn't even take no time to do this. I just got in the studio and just whipped up some shit that you couldn't fuck with. Some shit that got you scared. And now this one, oh man, now we gotta wait because Taylor Swift is dropping. Uh, she's your new top dog, right? The person who's above you, right? The person who tells you what to do. Also, top dog controlled all the releases on TDE. You don't drop until top say you're ready to drop. So if Taylor say you can't drop, you can't drop, nigga. That's what he's saying. And then saying she's your new top. So in the world of the LGBTQ plus community, I know there's some other letters in there that I missed. I apologize, no disrespect. I just just letting y'all know. What he's pretty much saying is, oh, she's on top of you because the top is the dominating person in a male on male relationship, right? You have a top and a bottom. And to me, he's saying, "Oh yeah, she your new top, so yeah, she dominates you." And could he be saying Kendrick is a little? I'm not saying he's saying that. Begs the question. Nice entendre. But let me go because I gotta get in the bed soon, man. What time is it? It's 12:35, boy. Oh, he just saying, you a. He's saying Taylor Swift is your Geppetto. Yeah, you Pinocchio. He say your nose all the way out here, Kendrick, because you can't even tell the truth about nothing. Yeah. He say all the shit you be saying is lies. Cause you just Taylor Swift's puppet. Yeah. Now Taylor Swift do whatever she want to do. And he said he ain't into the industry corporate shit. Okay, Drake. I wonder if Lucian Granger said the same thing. What do I know? I wonder if they've been around each other because he says it's like that, tone ain't the same. You don't seem as enthused. He ain't did nothing. He don't drop every other week like you, Drake. So what you saying? Kendrick, he see Drake is the guy with the Uzi, and he just pop out shooting. You know what I'm saying? He on the block shooting every day. You know what you see it, and there's nothing you can do about it. He's still gonna beat the charge. Man, paid off the jury, man, paid off the judge, man, pay off the DA. Kendrick, real deal sniper. He shoot, then he gone. Then he pop up again, he shoot, then he gone. You know how you see them stories about those serial killers and they go many, many years without being detected because they work in different jurisdictions, different states, and it's hard to tie the crimes together. That's Kendrick. Drake is like the person who's just terrorizing his block, terrorizing his city, but he's Teflon. See, I like that. I like that though because I don't get me wrong. I'm telling Kendrick not to listen to Drake at all, but it doesn't mean I don't like what Drake is saying because what I hear from Drake is, hey, look here, bro. You keep you hit a little pot shot, you know what I'm saying? You try taking your head off, you miss my forehead, you knock my ear off, and then you just disappear. Come outside. Come outside. Let me see you. Let me see you. No, you ain't gonna disappear after you 5 shots at me. Nah, we gonna shoot it out. We gonna Soldier Boy. Let me get him shoot. Yeah, let me get him. And Drake is back here. Let me get him shoot. Now shoot out. Hey, he poop pallets and everything. Yeah, he ready to get him. And you say, hey, look here, all y'all, the rest of y'all out here, look here. Here's my target. My target is Kendrick. Now, if y'all are barriers in the way of me getting to Kendrick, I'm gonna knock y'all motherfucking head off, get y'all out the way. I'm gonna survive it, and I gotta get to him. You know what I'm saying? He looking at Kendrick like he the last level of any video game. Yeah. You the king. You the one. You the one I want. And I'm gonna come clean your ass up, nigga. That's what he's saying. Now, if he does it, that's a whole nother conversation. But I'm curious. I'm excited to see what happens. And hopefully Kendrick drops next week because I'm a fan and I want to hear it. But I hope Kendrick drop on like Tuesday. Yeah, play the Drake game, man. Drop that shit on YouTube. Don't put on DSPs. Yeah, no. Play games with his motherfucking ass. Yeah. See, Team Dark Skin, we got Ye jumping in. We got Dot in the middle of this. Yeah. Go ahead and do what you got to do. And Cole, if you want some Drake smoke, because you don't like how he talked about you, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get you some. But I really want to see what Kendrick gonna do. I already like what Ross did with Champagne Dreams. We talked about in the pod. Me and Parlay Pete played the full song because it was not on DSPs. Now it's on DSPs, so I can't play it. But nah, shit, man. Shit. Oh, I didn't mean to play you because I don't know who you are. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you got a bigger following than me, buddy. I don't care. You are not important to me. Let me. Yeah, Drake. She do what you do. She just bigger. So he talked about the PG Lang thing, and I think that has some value. Um, I do know, and I do know you need to shut the hell up. So who we have on PG Lang? We got Kendrick Lamar, Baby King. We don't really care about him. Uh, let me see. Do we have a tie to Taylor Swift on PG Lang? Taylor Swift, PG Lang. Let's see. Oh man, apparently Drake liked a tweet about a Pusha T like that remix. We know he don't want that smoke. He don't want that smoke at all. But what I do want to say is, man, this rap beef is getting very interesting. It's probably taking on way too much time of people's lives, for being honest. And I enjoy it though. Yeah, I enjoy the hell out of it. It gives me something to do every day. Listen to music that may matter, may not matter, but I absolutely enjoy it. Drake is gonna. I think Drake's gonna put out more songs than Kendrick. I think he's gonna do the mass appeal project, but I think the Kendrick is going to have the because Taylor made Drake's recent diss. I think it's the most clever diss I've ever seen in my life. I ain't gonna say it's the best. I think it's the most clever because shit. Sonically, you take push ups, drop and give me 50. You take Taylor made. And then you look at like that's still a better listen. It's still a much better listen. But again, what do I know? All right, let's go to the next one. I'm gonna play this Chris Brown Weakest Link Quavo disc. I just think it's hilarious that a R&B nigga is getting on a track and rapping to a rapper. See what Quavo has to say. I just think this is funny, and we're gonna play this thing pretty much all the way through. I don't have like a lyrical breakdown for this because I don't care that much about this. It's just funny to me. Now you got Quavo popping, please. Is that no wicked won't smoke? Really say you don't want smoke with him, dog? He's an R&B nigga. What's up? I will push it. What you gonna do, Quavo? You got to put hands on this nigga, and it got to be on camera. Damn, he called you the weakest Migo. Damn, bro, you trying to get credit for fucking one of my exes, but when you was with Shorty, I took her down. I really took her down and showed her what I was about. Quavo, I took her down. Her body like, oh, her body like up and down. How? I'm like, don't stop. Get it. Girl, you better quit playing with it. Yeah. Oh, boy. See, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a pretty secure man. I don't want my wife nowhere near Chris Brown. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not even saying he's interested. She's interested. I don't get too close to that pretty light skinned singing ass nigga, athletic ass nigga. Oh no, made me gain 15 pounds back. Yeah, dad bod. I know something about you. She was pillow talking, but I'm not gonna say it. Dang boy, if Fashion Week, yeah, I had to sit next to you. They probably did that shit on purpose, knowing I ain't want to be next to you. But boy, this wasn't Paris Fashion Week, and we had so much money on the line. Oh boy, you would have been in a French hospital. I would have been in a French prison. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I'm a rapper, R&B nigga can't diss me on the track. I'm not gonna lie to you. Uh, uh, if I'm a rapper, a singer nigga can't like rap to diss me. But let me see what Quavo had to say. This came out actually first. Oh. Hey, you're shorty with me. Stop calling her. You beat her up. She's with me. Pipe down. You feisty, light skinned, angry R&B singer. I ain't gonna lie to you, Quavo. I don't listen to your diss anymore because it wasn't as pointed as Chris Brown's. You tried to like make this shit sound good sonically. I get it. It's on your YouTube. Cool, great, amazing, all of that stuff. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all. As a consumer of music, I love the beef and rap. I love it. I love it. Yeah, nigga, just beef it up, and funk it out. But as a black man in America, I really hate that we have these public spats that are about a little bit of nothing. And let me tell y'all guys how much of a hypocrite I am. I'm gonna sit here and I've spent 40 minutes talking about this beef, breaking it down, how I feel about it, then saying I think it's terrible. But I'm still gonna talk about it. Ain't that crazy? Yeah, that's the hypocrisy in me. You know what? I have a tattoo on my chest, right? And it's my first tattoo, and this tattoo meant so much to me because it's an angel and a demon fighting over my heart. Because I'm constantly in that battle of good versus bad, and this rap beef stuff is just more of that. What does this like? I love it. Like Jesus said, I love it. Hey, yeah, no, I love it. I love the back and forth. I love the hey, I don't rock with you, so I'm gonna hop on my pod, I'm gonna hop on my platform, I'm gonna sing, I'm gonna rap, I'm gonna talk about you. Yeah, I love that. Because I promise you. I promise you, me, if I gotta smoke with anybody, for one, if I gotta smoke with anybody, I promise you I don't want to touch you. Pause. I don't. Not what I'm into. Got better things to do with my time. But if you want to tell me that in a 3-hour show that I do every week, I can't throw some bars at you, oh boy, man, please, boy, I'm gonna clean you up because I like me. Yeah, I like me. I like what I say, and I'm gonna say what I say. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and I hope you hear it. I hope you feel it. Pause. Yeah, all of that. Yeah, I'm gonna do all of that. So that part of me loves the beef. Pause. Oh God. Hey yo, get your man. But at the same time, do I think it's counterproductive? Yes. In the grand scheme of things, totally counterproductive. But when you're the person that's sitting there in that situation, you don't give a fuck about the grand scheme of things. You only care about the grand scheme of your life. And if you feel like you've been disrespected, you're gonna answer that. K Dot feel like he's been disrespected by Drake, so he talked to it. Drake felt like he been disrespected by K Dot, so he talked to it. Chris Brown felt like he been disrespected by Quavo, so he talked to it. Quavo thought he was disrespected, so he talked to it. And I just hope, because this ain't been my issue personally. I just hope y'all niggas ain't over here crashing out over a woman. Because if you crash out over the woman, well, shit, hell, she's the ragged ass car you driving that's crashing. Yeah. See, you a good driver, but your car's a piece of shit. A good driver can only do so much in a piece of shit car. But if all y'all driving out a piece of shit car and then the car ain't working and then you getting mad and you crashing out because you can't make the car function, it's not your fault, man. But then if your response is towards somebody else because both of y'all driving this raggedy ass car and y'all can't get to where the hell y'all want to go, that's the problem. Whether that's the grand scheme of things or whether that's the personal side of it. I'm going to tell you the problem is you crash out of a piece of shit car. Yeah. That may be a luxury car. That may be a Maybach, but that Maybach was made in '02. That bad boy got 280,000 miles on it. Ain't seen the oil change in a minute. Ain't had his tires rotated since it got bought. The fuck you expect? Yay, Drake, if y'all beefing over a woman, she got miles on her. What you expect? Drake, Dot, Drake Industry. If y'all beefing over a woman, what you expect? Car got miles on it. It don't run like it used to. It's not pristine. It's not top of the market no more. It may have been top of the market in its prime, but guess what? Everybody's prime ends. She's crazy. She's crazy. Don't crash out over a crashed car. Hell, don't crash out over a new car. That ain't your man. I'd never be mad at another man for trying to get at my woman. If he ain't my man's, I only care when my man's do it. Now, if another man do it, I'm gonna feel some type of way. But if my woman bite, my wife bite, my problem is with her, not with him. Because he don't owe me shit. She the one that owe me something. So if you crash dummies ain't crashing out over an old used up ass car with too many miles on it, ain't had his tires rotated. All right, I want to pivot real quick into some basketball reactions. Let's start off first. Cleveland beat Orlando. Expected. The Ant-Man went crazy. Suns got beat by the T-Wolves. This is going to be an interesting series. I mean, the T-Wolves were guarding KD with Rudy Gobert and Cat, and KD was cooking. I think in order for the Suns to win, they got to think, hey, KD, go crazy, stop being crazy efficient, utilize the mismatches and just kill. Because he was getting to the right short corner like it was nobody's business early in the game and just knocking down shots after shots after shots after shots. I think for Phoenix to win the series, KD has to go nuts because the person they have guard him can't guard him and he can kill him. So he should kill him. But I love the back and forth with Ant-Man and KD. Ant-Man talking that shit because he getting off. He had 33, like 9-5, 33, 9-6, something crazy like that. It's beautiful. Then we saw the Knicks game. Joel Embiid got hurt. He came back. The big fella is just trying to get through. But that Knicks hard ball pause, a game, Tibbs playing, just pressing, playing his guys hard, good defense, good strong team. That shit might actually win out. I didn't expect it to win out, honestly. But the way it looked after watching it today, it's beautiful. And then when you go to the Lakers Nuggets game, Lakers had a chance to win. LeBron took one shot in the fourth quarter. He pretty much just checked out of the game after the third. And D'Lo, go ahead and put your house on the market unless you want to keep it in LA. You've made enough money to stay there. But D'Lo, you start house hunting. Because your days in LA are short, and Latrey is coming. Yeah, Latrey, yeah. Trae Young. I say Latrey because he's a clutch. He's a clutch client. He's coming to LA. LeBron can't do it with y'all no more. LeBron had good numbers. AD went crazy, and they still didn't have much of a chance. After the third quarter versus the Nuggets, the game was over. They battled back. They got it close. Bad turnovers by D'Lo. Couldn't buy a bucket against these motherfuckers. And it's not like he was just taking contested shots all game. He was getting open shots. He missed them. Yeah, he took bad shots. He had bad turnovers. Blew a layup. And it's just like, man, what are you doing, D'Lo? De-loading his way out of LA. That's what I think. You know, he got hot after the trade deadline once he didn't get traded because Kyrie and Luka started clicking, so they couldn't make that trade. But D'Lo, count your days, buddy. You better count your days. Because if you don't show up in game 2, when this series is over, your time in LA is over. But let's look out for Scott Foster calling some of these games because he is the NBA fixer. And I think because it's the first round and they know this series will get ratings, they need at least 6 games. Scott Foster have his fingers all over this thing if the Lakers can't do anything. I mean, they had a chance. I mean, they were up. Lakers were up by like 12 at one point in the first half, but they couldn't sustain that lead. And then they started getting blown out. KCP went crazy in the third quarter, 4 3-pointers, just to tell the Lakers, hey, y'all niggas should have let me stay here. Yeah. I got something for y'all. And then when it came down to it, Joker has become what LeBron used to be. Once the game gets tight, the game gets slow. It ain't no stopping him. There's no stop. Like Joker knows he can do what he want to do, and there's not much you can do about it. I mean, he's a big body. You can't get through him, Pauls. He can get to his spot. He can hit his shots. He can make crazy shots. So you go like, bro, what you doing? He can shoot the 3. He can shoot the mid. He can post up. He can do it all. Call him Mr. Do It All. Yeah, he just did it all against the Lakers, and he's going to continue to do it all against the Lakers. And they're probably going to get sent home in the first round. More than likely get sent home in the first round. And then, hey, D-Lo, you getting sent home in the first round of moves in the offseason. All right, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this emergency pod by me. I just had to put something out here because I just had some shit to say.